Good afternoon and welcome to the Manchester versus West Ham match reaction. You know we are live on the US tour. Um, we have Devin out there um, looking at all the stuff, seeing everything that's going on. He's on the field, he is doing interviews, he's getting special guests. So make sure like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel to get all the latest updates. But let's get to the game. Manchester 2, West Ham 1. For our first US preseason game, I have to say I was impressed. I mean it was a nice departure from the horrendous play of last season. It was good to see some impetus, from the team. It was, you get to see some patterns of play. But let's talk about the new guys that once again, Konya has been impressive to me. I mean, you see him there, he's driving towards defenses. You see why we took the time and the money to buy this guy. I have to say I am very, very impressed with how he's playing, with how he's linking up with the team. I am impressed by him and his link up with Dogu um, on that left side. I mean, I like how again he's not afraid to take on players. He is very unselfish. I could see him getting loads of assists. Hopefully in the new season. But I have to say, Matis Cunha, I am very impressed. I can't wait for the next game. I have to say, I mean, I am excited for once. I meme I was very downtrodden last week, but just seeing the guys performing today, I mean it was very. I mean I was very pleased. I was very happy with the performance. 5 minutes in, at once again typical, we get a penalty. I don't know what Ariola was doing. He took out Angel, and as per usual, Bruno steps up, penalty 1-0, 5 minutes in, and things are going well. Um, Bruno again made it two with an one of those typical Bruno shots, just kind of nonchalant, push it right in the top corner. It was a very very good hit, a very good hit, to make it 2-0. Jared Bowen came in and I made it 2-1. But I think by the time that Jared Bowen scored that other goal, um, we had made subs. Now I have to say, once the first team came out and the second team came in, you saw a big drop off. It was very obvious where the first team is and where the second team is. And I think we have this preseason now to work on that. We have to fix this because I think the team became a lot slower. There wasn't that up tempo pace of the first half. So the performance did drop. But that is something to be seen as usual. But I have to say, all in all, it was a good performance for the first game on the tour. And if we go through right some of the games that we have coming up, I do believe we have some nice games coming up later on the tour. And because I am seeing we have Bournemouth on the 30th, we have Everton on the 3rd of August, And then we have Florentina on the 9th. And then it is the start of the Premier League season on the 17th of August against Arsenal. You know, and but I have to say, I'm very pleased with the performance. I'm very glad that I can be excited again about games. Now, I have to say, I was disappointed, because there was no Bremo. I didn't get to see him play. He wasn't even um on the squad. He wasn't even on the team. Um, I guess maybe it's a lack of fitness. Maybe it was just to wait for him to get up to speed with the team. Maybe he didn't want to rush him in too soon, which you know I kind of I am okay with. I'm okay with. I mean, it was disappointing, to not see him. However, the next game against Bournemouth, my hope is that we get to see the the two guys. We get to see Coney on the left and Bremer on the right. I have to say, we need a striker because Rasmus, this guy he will do so great in Carnival because all this guy does is back up, back up, back up. That's all he does, back up, back up. He would do well in Pop just back up, you know. But once again, it's a lack of clinical striking. Hit the post, okay, fine, hit the post. We can get in that. But it was miss. It gave me flashbacks of of the season before, of last season. Just the usual Rasmus. Rasmus missing. Rasmus misses chances. You know, um, we do need a striker, and I don't believe that it is Rasmus. I don't believe it at all. I mean, I think he either needs a loan, you know, or if you can find a buyer for him, we get a buyer for him. Now, for those who are thinking about Isaac, that I mean, you can wish upon a star that is not happening. If by some miracle we can pull that off, I mean, all props to Ineos and to Jim, all props. But I don't think that is going to happen. I believe that Ollie Watkins will be our striker. That's what I believe. I believe that. I believe Ollie Watkins will be our striker. I think that is where everything is going because they are primarily proven strikers and we have no Europe this year. So I think our main focus should be to get back into some kind of European football, be it the Europa League or the Champions League. And if we have to get into that Champions League spots, it'll be very, very difficult. And the more help that we have, the better it'll be for us. I do think that Watkins and Mateta will give us a lot more than bringing in Sesko. I think they will hit the ground running from the start, and we would not have those kind of problems. So I do want Watkins simply because we need to get back to the Champions League or for the very least the Europa League. We need Europe, so a striker, very important. The goalkeeper, very important. We need to get this goalkeeper situation this goalkeeper situation fixed. Um, there are of course the rumblings with Emi Martinez. So I don't know. But coming back to the game, I have to say I was pleased. I was pleasantly surprised by the performance. Ugarte played well. Togo played well. The defense played very well. I mean, Delit, he was good. Um, you know, Bruno was Bruno. Bruno was doing what he always does. Um, and I believe that the team played well. Second half, yes, there was the drop off, but other than that, it was a very good performance. You know, so I would be I am optimistic. I am optimistic for the rest of the preseason tour. Very optimistic. So I'm looking forward to Bournemouth next game. I'm looking forward to seeing Bremo play for the first time. Hopefully we can get our home kit because I'm tired of seeing this white kit. I mean, do you all like it? It's not me. It is just not me. But at least we had a good performance, you know, and it was a win. A nice win to put fans' minds at ease. You know, so um, in closing, I was happy with the game. I mean, let me know. I mean, were you guys happy with the game? What what were you looking forward to? What you didn't see? Comment down below. And as per usual, always remember to like the videos, share, and subscribe. And as President Shard always said, Red Devils, we don't die, we multiply.